Hopefully, it won't have any bearing on our cricket here today. I have the great pleasure of Tony Gregg's company in the commentary box today. A little earlier, Tony took a look at the pitch. What are your thoughts on how it'll play?
Well, thanks, Jonathan. This pitch will provide an even pace and bounce with the ball coming on nicely to the bat, so the batsmen should enjoy themselves out there. The bowlers will have to make full use of the new ball if they're to keep the score down, with line and length being absolutely vital.
As usual, the toss is crucial, so let's get down there to see who calls correctly. Looks like they're going to have a bowl. It'll be interesting to see if that was the right decision as the game progresses. Nice shot.
4 more. Well, I reckon that's demoralising for the bowler, but he needs to bounce back quickly.
He hit that with great power.
Well, he picked the fielder out perfectly with that shot.
And from another angle.
It's a strength, it is a strength.
Four.
Smashing shot, really magnificent. I'd pay money just to come and see that again.
Edged. Batsmen are looking for 2. Big shout. That's out.
Brilliant fielding. That sort of thing can change the course of a match.
And from another angle. No. That's out. Caught. Yet again, the batsman fails before the ball, and he's out.
Well, that's a really long walk back when you haven't scored many runs.
Let's have a look at that from another angle. So, new batsman at the crease. Batsman coming back for 2. That's 2 more.
Everything was in the right place there. It fairly raced it back.
He hit that over the top expertly. That's the end of another over. Nothing scored there. Another over gone. Oh dear, that's hurt a bit. Batsman coming back for 2. Edge to slip. Batsman coming back for 2.
Oh, that's a horrible mistake. It's gifting runs to the batting team.
Well, he's mistimed that. He's got him. Let's have a look at that again. Real concentration required in the new... Great timing. He's got hold of that.
They had 4 runs written all over it from the moment it left his bat.
The crowd really enjoyed that.
Pure time. Glorious shot.
He's found the gap.
That was a really classy shot. Great shot. 4 all the way.
He plays that shot really well and it brings him a lot of runs.
Batsman coming back for 2. That's well played. That's over the infield and racing away for 4.
Absolutely effortless. He hardly seemed to hit it.
That was a confident shot. Nice shot. That's beaten the field of the fence.
That was a cracking shot. He really got into position beautifully there.
He found the gap with precision.
That was a fine shot for 4.
Lovely shot. That was 4 the moment it left the bat.
Everything was in the right place there. It fairly raced it down.
Terrible over. Far too expensive.
Oh, what's the umpire going to say about this one?
Gone. That breakthrough now exposes the tunnel.
Brilliant fielding. That sort of thing can change the course of a match.
Let's take a look at that from another angle. That's 2 more. That's the end of another over.
No ball.
No ball bowl. Batsmen are looking for 2.
As a result of some of the extramural work that is done by bowlers that doesn't involve the actual bowling. So I think that's a bit of a lesson to be learned. Having said that, I would be the last one who would want to in any way detract from cricketers being fitter. I think that if you're fitter, you're going to be better.
Really quick scoring at the moment. The bowlers are taking a bit of stick out there. Just 1 run. Beautiful timing.
He picked his spot well there.
That was 4 runs as soon as he hit it. 4 out.
Everything was in the right place there. It fairly raced it down.
He picked the length really early there.
Terrific shot.
He might have hit that in the air, but there really was no fielder out there, so that wasn't much to risk.
Well, it just didn't carry over the rope. Batsman coming back for a second.
No ball.
No ball.
Oh, what's the umpire going to say about this one? That's out.
I think he realised halfway down that he wasn't going to make it.
Let's take a look at that from another angle. There's been a move away from using specialist wicketkeepers, more emphasis placed on selecting batsmen who can keep as well. Do you think it's just a phase, or is the specialist glove man gone for good?
There's always been debate about wicketkeepers and who in fact should be selected in the top teams. I was lucky. The England selectors picked Alan Knott, who turned out, as far as I'm concerned, to be one of the best.
Dropped. Batsmen are looking for 2. That's in the air, and it's cleared the rope.
Great shot. That'll give him some confidence.
Well, it's playing to the crowd now.
Tremendous timing. He just can't fault the placement there. 4 runs.
That was a cracking shot. He really got into position beautifully there.
That was a really classy shot. Well, the bowler will be glad that's over. Batsman coming back for a second. Let's take another look at that in replay. Edge to slip. Big shout. The umpire isn't sure, so he's requesting the third umpire.
They're tough ones for the umpire. We get to see it in slow motion or with Hawkeye over and over, but in the middle, they only get one shot at it at full speed. Well, he read the middle. That's 6 glorious runs.
That's in the air, and it's cleared the rope. That shot brought the crowd to their feet. Batsmen are looking for 2. Top quality shot. He looks in fine form.
That was a cracking shot. He really got into position beautifully there.
That was a really classy shot. Lovely shot.
And another 4.
Oh, that's a wonderful shot. He looks in great shape out there.
He hit that with great power.
Great stroke play. That's in the air, and it's sailed over the fence.
Well, if you want to show the kids the perfect way to play that shot, there's a fine example.
Beautiful timing. That's a huge 6.
And a cracking shot, that one. He looks in fantastic form.
I thought that was going to join us in the commentary box. What a beautiful stroke.
The bowler might just have to put a little extra into his next delivery.
That was a shot right out of the coaching manual. The crowd really enjoyed that one. That brings the innings to a close.
These two batsmen need to occupy the crease and see off the new ball to establish a good pattern.
He's played that beautifully. He watched that onto the bat perfectly.
Smashing shot, really magnificent. I'd pay money just to come and see that again.
No run taken off that ball. Beautiful timing. That's a fantastic strike.
Absolutely effortless. He hardly...
Well, that's a superb shot. That's cleared the infield. 4 runs. He hit that with great power. Let's have a look at that again. The new man in can't afford any lapses in concentration here. Out!
It seems like miles back to the pavilion when you've got out cheaply.
Let's look at that again. Dropped it. Bold! That was a superb delivery.
I think he needs to spend a bit more time in the nets to iron out those errors in his game.
Let's have a look at that again. So it's a left-right combination at the crease now.
Seeing that ball sail over the fence is the worst sight in cricket if you're a bowler.
That shot brought the crowd to their feet.
That's out.
Let's have a look at that from another angle. I'm sure the new batsman will look to play himself in. He's got the edge. Very well timed.
The fielding captain will be a little concerned by that.
That's in the air, and it's cleared the rope. He watched that onto the bat perfectly.
The fielding captain will be a little concerned by that.
That was a confident shot. The ball just runs out. Dropped it. What a beautiful stroke.
That's a huge six. Just listen to the crowd.
That wasn't too bad a ball, really. It was just a super shot.
That shot will give you an idea of just how fast this outfield is. He used the pace of the outfield perfectly. Batsman are coming back for 2. He's played that beautifully.
He picked his spot well there.
Launched for another 6. That was 6 as soon as he struck it.
Well, what can I say? He looks in top form today.
Super shot. You can't afford to drift offline at all on this pitch. That over helped the run rate somewhat. Well, that's a cracking shot. 4 more.
He plays that shot really well and it brings him a lot of runs.
That's nicely played. He's not going to miss out on gifts like that.
Well, you can't set fields for shots like that. Brilliant.
The crowd enjoyed that shot.
I don't think defence is in his vocabulary. It's been a thunderous innings.
Let's have a look at the action replay. Well, that's a cracking shot. Beautifully timed. Smash for 4.
Smashing shot. Really magnificent. I'd pay money just to come and see that again.
Beautiful timing.
Well, I reckon that's demoralising for the bowler, but he needs to bounce back quickly.
There it goes, miles out of the ground.
Well, you can't set fields for shots like that. Brilliant.
He was onto that in a flash. Nice shot.
Smashing shot. Really magnificent. I'd pay money just to come and see that again.
Well, the bowlers are taking a bit of stick. One more extra. Beautiful timing.
Too many more deliveries like that and the captain might have to take him off.
That was a confident shot. 7 runs came from that over. He can only be run out off this ball. That is 4 the moment it left the bat.
And a cracking shot, that one. He looks in fantastic form.
That was a very confident shot. He's hit that very hard. That's run away for 4.
He picked his spot well there.
The crowd enjoyed that shot. And the end of the over. That's beaten the fielder to the fence.
And a cracking shot, that one. He looks in fantastic form.
It really is scoring at an excellent rate. That's the breakthrough they've been looking for.
Deserved a half century for that knock, but fell short.
Let's have a look at that again. New batsman in. 5 runs conceded from... Lovely shot, right out of the medium.
Well, you can't set fields for shots like that. Brilliant.
6. That came right off the meat of the bat. He's got him! That breakthrough now exposes the tail.
Well caught. He didn't really look like missing that one at all.
And from another angle. The tail's exposed now. played safe, though. Let's have a look at the action replay. The ball just runs out into the covers. He really struck that well. No run. That's 8 runs taken from the over. Hooking the ball can be a very risky business, Tony. How important is it to be able to play the shot well?
Playing the hook shot is an interesting one. It could be described as risky, but it can also be described as one of the most pleasing shots of all if executed well. There's nothing nicer than to hook a...
He's got him! Yet again, the batsman fails to follow the ball, and he's out.
He's not in the team for his batting, and you can see why.
Let's have a look at that from another angle. Tail ender at the crease here.
That's out.
Let's have a look at the action replay. Tail's exposed now. The ball just runs out into the covers. Batsman coming back for a second.
Oh, what's the umpire going to say about this one?
That was right out of the top drawer.
He wasn't there for very long as he scored shows.
And from another angle. New.
Well, if you want to show the kids the perfect way to play that shot, there's a fine example.
That was a confident shot.
That's straight up in the air. That's out. Let's take another look at that in replay.
It's all over. Well, the winning team really took their chances here today, and they've been rewarded. Congratulations to them.